Hey there, folks. This is Hutch with Freedom in a Can, and welcome to our virtual open house. Today we're coming to you from the National Forest in Southwest Virginia, a place that we're calling Camp Quarantine as we ride out this historic period in our lives. Today we're going to highlight with a few vignettes how we make the most of living in and out of 72 square feet. This little camper has been our home for over 7.5 years, as we've explored 48 US states, 8 Canadian provinces. We've gone over 110,000 miles, learned so much about this continent, and we still feel like we have barely scratched the surface. Now let's go inside and see what Sherry's doing.
Hey, is it time for the open house? Come on in and check out Hamlet. This is what 72 square feet looks like. You've caught me here in our home office. We're digital nomads, so I'm just finishing up a vlog right now. But this area also is our dining area. Our record is having 5 people and a dog for dinner. I cooked, and everybody else's job was just to sit and enjoy dinner. And also, believe it or not, this area serves as our guest room. So this table folds down, the cushions fold in, and we have ourselves a nice, comfortable bed. So this is a 1957 Sportcraft Can-Am style camper. And we bought it for $900 on eBay back in 2010 and spent about 6 months of nights and weekends doing all the renovation work ourselves. We really wanted to run on solar power, not only to save money, but also to live more sustainably. And the majority of the solar-powered equipment actually lives under the bench seat that I'm sitting on. If you would like to learn more about the solar-powered system that we have, check out the link in the description below.
Now we love to eat. And that means we better love to be creative in such a small space. But seriously, between this small 2-burner stove and an outdoor fire ring, we can do everything that you could in a conventional kitchen. Tonight, it's going to be pizza with our trusty fry bake pan. But we can do eggs Benedict, waffles, we can do loaded grilled portobello mushrooms and gnocchi. We do German chocolate cakes, coffee cakes, other baked goods like focaccia breads, and we find it such a thrill to do it all in such a small space and with limited cookware.
So we've just made a fantastic meal, and now it's time to clean up. But since we have a pretty small sink, what we do to maximize washing space is we have these 2 bins that stack in the sink when we're not doing dishes, and then we use them as a wash bin and a rinse bin. And we do have this sprayer that when we're hooked up to a water source, we can just fill the bins that way. But typically, most often, we're filling these with an outside spigot, or in this particular situation, the creek. And then we just heat the water up on the stove and do our dishes. Now this is our home, so we really prefer to use real dishes. And since we don't have a dog, we get to pre-wash, which means we get to lick these dishes to reduce waste. And then for any other food particles that are in the wash bin, we just filter them out with a sieve and throw those away before we scatter the water in the woods. And that's it. Easy way to do dishes. It's time to wake up, sleepyhead.
It's too cozy.
I made you coffee.
Okay.
So our bed is slightly smaller than a full bed. We call it our cuddle bed.
Good morning.
During the renovation, we were very intentional about storage. We rebuilt the bench seats to accommodate these baskets to maximize storage in the dining area. In this small kitchen, we actually have a surprising amount of storage for cookware and about 2 weeks worth of food. When deciding what to bring, it had to meet at least one of 3 criteria: something we use every day, something with multiple uses, or something very small with a specific use. When it comes to clothing, we have a pretty functional wardrobe. We each have just one shelf for everyday wear, and we keep at least one summer and one winter outfit for any formal events. We've maximized every bit of space in our closet to fit bathroom supplies, hanging clothes, towels, and other personal gear.
So with such a small space, you're probably wondering, where does all of this gear go? Well, you might have a garage, and we have a space that we call our gearage. All that gear of our outdoor space fits in here, which takes up about half the space underneath the bed. The other member of our team is our truck, which acts both as storage and vehicle. The kayaks live up there on the rack, and in the bed beneath this homemade truck cover, we have a lot of space for gear and tools. We keep all of our adventure outdoor gear in these bins, as well as our off-season clothing. And we also have all the tools that we need to make repairs on the trailer and sometimes on the truck.
So you have probably noticed that we have not mentioned a bathroom. And that is the biggest question that we get. But more often than not, we're parked at campgrounds, they have bathrooms, they have showers, or we're visiting friends and relatives. They too have a bathroom. But when we're boondocking in places completely away from these services, we just bring out our bathroom tent. We've got a bucket toilet and this really awesome pressurized shower tank. And in 11 liters of water, the two of us can both get a pretty darn satisfying shower. Yeah, yes.
You can use that.
Yeah, you can use that. So we have estimated that we use about 6 gallons of water per day. And if you compare that to the average American household, they use about 300 gallons of water per day.
Go away.
Hey, stop
Go away.
it!
Try to shower.
Enjoy your shower.
Now it's pretty easy to power such a small space. And Sherry mentioned that all of our electrical is served through solar power. And this is our solar panel. It's a Renogy 100-watt foldable solar suitcase. It's portable, it can be set up out in the sunshine while the trailer stays in the shade. For heating and cooking, we run off of propane. But we use about less than 10% of what we used to use in our former home, which was a moderately sized 3-bedroom house.
So the whole point of having such a small adventure rig is to live more outside than inside. And honestly, I think we spend more time in the natural environment than we do inside Hamlet.
In addition to hiking, paddling, and cycling, we use this outdoor shelter as an outdoor living room. Place to do yoga, play some music, hang out, have dinner. And you can find all our social media and more about us than you'd possibly wanted to know at our website, freedominacan.com. See you on the road.